White House says the states with the lowest vaccination rates are driving this recent case surge. 40% of the country's new infections last week are in just 3 states, Missouri, Texas, and Florida. And joining us now is Dr. David de la Zerda. He is the ICU medical director and pulmonologist at Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami. Doctor, thank you for being with us this morning. Can you tell us what you're seeing there in Florida as cases are spiking?
Hi, good morning. So we have an increase in the number of ICU beds that we're using for COVID. As you point out, most of our patients are unvaccinated. We only have about 2% of patients in the ICU that are vaccinated. So it's really an issue with patients that are not vaccinated here in Miami.
Okay, so it's the unvaccinated patients accounting for 98% of the ICU beds. That 2% of vaccinated patients, they are the breakthrough infections. You know, tell us who they are. Are these people who are in good health, or are these folks who are immunocompromised?
So there are many immunocompromised. We have here a large transplant program. So most of these patients are with transplant, kidney transplant, lung transplants, and also some patients with obesity and hypertension. That's the ones we're seeing with COVID vaccines.
Do you consider Florida right now to be the new epicenter of the unvaccinated pandemic?
Oh, for sure. I think that's our major issue here in Florida.
So right now, vaccine mandates by the government appear unlikely, even if they might be necessary. Should there be a vaccine pass system like we are seeing implemented and considered in Europe?
Yes, I think so. I think unvaccinated people don't understand it's not only about them, it's about all of us. So that's why I think a green pass should be implemented.
What do you say? Obviously, there's going to be opposition to that. You've heard opposition to this idea of a vaccine passport. But looking at France, where you will need to have a pass in order to get into a bar or a restaurant, you know, what do you say to people who are resistant to that?
I think it's the only way we can protect us as a society. You know, when Israel had that green passport, that works much better. The infections were lower. Since they open up, you can see what is happening, increase in infection, this Delta variant. So I think it's the solution. If you don't want to get vaccinated, stay home, but don't go and infect somebody else.
And you're telling people to stay home if they're unvaccinated. We had another doctor on CNN who said, if you are unvaccinated, you should stay away from indoor venues like bars and restaurants. So it sounds like you agree with that.
100% is if you choose not to get vaccinated, it's up to you, but the rest of the society should not be affected by your decision.
Right now, when you look at Florida, the vaccination rate there is, it's at about 48.5%. That is less than a percentage point behind the national average. What does that tell you about the vulnerability of the nation at large and of other states as well?
No, it's very concerning. Also, you point out here in Florida, we have a lot of people that comes and retire here in Florida. So these are very vulnerable patients we see in Florida as well. So for me, it's really concerning. And the amount of ICU cases we see in the last week or so is concerning. So people should go and get vaccinated.
It's a good point. More vulnerable population, more vaccinations needed. Dr. David de la Zerda, thank you so much for joining us from Miami.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.